Stand by. The vacuum tubes are warming up. This is a special live broadcast right here on Georgia Radio.
Well, I love it when a plan comes together, and I want to thank our good friend Scott for making this happen. But the Kody Norris Show's back with us today. Kody and his lovely wife, Mary Rachel, are on the phone with us right now up in Tennessee, where we're talking Christmas right now. It's almost on top of us, it seems like.
Man, it's here.
It is here, and I want to welcome the two of you back to Georgia Radio, and thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, as our neighbors to the north of us up there in Tennessee. This is so cool. Before we talk about Mountain City Christmas, your new single, just quickly, how did it go at your house with the Bluegrass Festival? Because what a cool idea.
It went really good. We actually, we've had that idea for a couple of years, and this year we were like, you know what, we're not busy in July, let's just do it. And we had Terry Balcom, which, he had just passed away. And so it was a treat to be able to have him and host him and his band this year. And then we had Joe Mullins and the Radio Ramblers, and then, of course, the Kody Norris Show. And it went completely amazing. It's a very selective 250-seat, thing, and we do it in our backyard here in Mountain City, Tennessee. And if anybody's tuning in, be sure to listen in February for the announcement of that. Like I said, it's very selective, and there'll only be 250 seats go on sale. And once they're sold out, we won't, have any more. So those will go on sale in February.
So how does that work? Do you make a big old bowl of potato salad for everybody? And
it has to be a big old bowl.
Cody's back there on the grill. How does that work? I mean, because this is a very personal type of thing. I can't think of another artist that I know offhand who even attempts something like that. But this is also part of why people connect so much with bluegrass.
Well, I think
as a genre.
Our band, and one thing Cody's kind of drove home with all the three of us, Josiah, me, and Charlie, is, be friendly. Everybody's always tired, and everybody's always kind of at the end of the rope, and, they're coming to spend their money to come to the show. So just be friendly, take the time to be around them. And naturally be genuine. And that's kind of how we are anyway. So, what's more fitting than to invite almost completely strangers into our backyard and host them for the day and create an experience that they really, haven't been able to get anywhere else. I know Willie Nelson and a couple of those people maybe do something on their farms and have in the past, but in the bluegrass industry, I think we're the first ones to ever do something like this. So
I love it. Well, if it kicks off, we could all be over at Marty's place in no time.
That's right. Yeah.
But this just goes back, I just being around the radio business and listening to the playbook that was written 100 and something years ago, right? I mean, it's not new what we're doing, promoting music on the air and whatnot. But you talk to guys like the late Bill Myrick, who was Bill Monroe's bus driver and rhythm guitar player. And he used to tell the story that, when Blue Moon Over Kentucky came out by this kid from Tennessee, they thought it was pretty good, so they booked him. He and another DJ booked him into the Midland, Texas high school auditorium, and that kid, Elvis Presley, brought with him another kid from Lubbock named Buddy Holly, and they had a show for $150.
Right.
And they would have done it at their house, I think, had they had the idea and not had to rent the auditorium. But that's just
absolutely,
that's just how this goes. And it's so cool to think that, in a lot of ways, the two of you and your band are continuing this tradition. And I just think it's great. And you know what? The fans love it. And look at what you've had this past year, playing the Grand Ole Opry and everything. I mean, how cool has this year been for the two of you?
Well, it's just been a wonderful year. So many dreams that have came, it just came full circle for me and the band. And, playing the Ryman first off was just so special for us. It's like the highlight, the biggest night of our life. And I couldn't believe it when the manager of the Grand Ole Opry sent Rhonda Vincent out on stage to invite us to make our Grand Ole Opry debut. I was shocked. I was just floored beyond measure. It was a tremendous night. And then the night of the Opry, they treated us so well. They were so kind to us and made us feel like we belonged there. And it was just a wonderful night. I can't even put it into words. I still get emotional thinking about it.
I've got my Grand Ole Opry socks on today that they gave us.
Yes, you do.
I love that. We're talking to Kody Norris from the Kody Norris Show and his wife, Mary Rachel. And the two of them are just outstanding musicians, but you're surrounded by so many great musicians in your band.
Yes, I am. I'm so fortunate to have such a good, strong band. Everybody in the group is multi-instrumentalists. They sing all the parts, and we can it's just a wonderful cohesion. I'm very blessed to have that.
Now, who's the best bus mechanic? I have to ask.
I guess at this point, me.
Yeah, he's the only bus mechanic we got.
Okay.
You don't have to claim that for too long.
Yeah. My goodness.
Josiah's learning, but you got a lot more years on all of us.
Oh yeah.
Here.
Well, and
experience.
One thing about it, Josiah, he's Johnny on the spot. He can be in a dead sleep, and if I wake him up, he's out there in a snowstorm holding a flashlight.
Now you might have to wake him up and throw a bucket of water on him.
Yeah. But he'll get up and always go. Josiah's been my right arm. He's a wonderful, wonderful human being, and just for a bandmate, he's a wonderful person. And Charlie Lawman, he's a very kind guy, good bass man, and Mary Rachel, she's not half bad herself.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's fantastic. So I asked this question of Jimmy Fortune, and I don't think I've asked it of you, but I love Jimmy Fortune's answer. What would the two of you have been had this music thing and wearing fancy suits not worked out?
Yeah.
My plan, I was going into the Air Force. I wanted to go in the Air Force and make a military career. And, I'd already gotten a practice ASVAB test and looked at that and, to see if I had what it took. And 2 days after I went and picked that up from the recruiting office, I get a call from Ralph Stanley's lead guitar player, and they were needing somebody to do some fill-in dates. The next thing I knew, I was knee-deep in the music business.
Praise God.
It's I've never looked back. Never looked back.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic. What about you, Mary Rachel? What would have called your life away, maybe, from music?
Well, at the time, my senior year, most everybody co-ops. Where you go into the workforce a half a day or whatever. And I was actually really fortunate to get a co-oping position at the county clerk's office in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So the Warren County clerk's office. And it all worked out great. I was loving it there and had a steady job and everything was going good. But that was the year that Larry Sparks called me. And so I went, and that was my senior year of high school. I was playing with Larry Sparks and I was working at the county clerk's office. And then on the weekends I wasn't with Larry, I was working for an eye doctor. So who knows, I might have went into one of those fields.
Well, but public service called both of your hearts. And I think it's
absolutely
wonderful.
Yeah.
I think it's just fantastic. I'm so glad. Do you know the story about Jimmy Fortune? Do you know what he told me?
No.
I asked him, I said, what would you have done, Mr. Fortune, had you not gone into music? And he didn't miss a beat. And he said, I would have been a race car driver. He said, I had
he's got the name for it.
Yeah. He said, I had a very promising career with BMW and being a race car driver. And I said, either way, your mother was prepared to be disappointed, right? I just love that guy, though. All right. Mountain City Christmas is your Christmas single that is out right now. And it's streaming, and this is you're talking to family here, and I hope you feel this way about all of us at Georgia Radio.
Absolutely.
But here's what can we do to help? Is it better to download it and buy it? I'm guessing, but then also, do we have to save it to a playlist, or tell us what we need to do?
So all that stuff's kind of it's kind of new for us because I never was one to stream any music. I just always listened to it in the car, but. For anybody that may be having troubles with that, because it's not as easy as people make it out to be, there's a couple of different ways. We need you to, of course, go buy it because buying the song, buying the album goes a long way. This song is only on digital platforms, so go buy it and then go over to like Spotify or Pandora or YouTube or whatever and add it to any of your playlists, and that helps, get it further up the ladder, and we appreciate either one you do.
And call into your radio station and request it.
That's right.
Yeah, if you listen to country radio, call and request it. After a while, they'll keep playing it.
If you like it, call in and request it. If you can't stand it, call in and request it.
That's right, for somebody else.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's a Christmas giving season.
I think it's wonderful, and of course, the song is Mountain City Christmas. We're going to play it on the live stream. If you're listening to this on the podcast, you're going to have to go and do it because we don't want the lawyers coming after us. But Kody and Mary Rachel, I just cannot thank you enough for spending a few minutes with me and all of us here on Georgia Radio this morning. What are your Christmas plans before we let you run off here? What do you have planned?
We're going to be home for Christmas, but Kody and I host Santa Claus in our house a couple times throughout the month of December every year, and kids can come in from the community and have a Polaroid picture taken with them and Santa, and they get to keep the picture, and then they get a little gift and hot chocolate and cookies. And so Santa makes one more appearance on the 23rd of the month here at our house, and then from there we're home for the holidays, and then Kody's birthday is the first of the year, and he actually shares a birthday with Earl Scruggs,
January 6th.
And so
how about that, huh?
Yeah, so we'll be touring that weekend, and if anybody's in the listening from all over, we'll be in South Carolina.
And Georgia. Yes.
Yep.
Where are you going to be in Georgia? Because we need to put that out there.
We'll be at Jekyll Island.
We'll be at Jekyll Island, and we'll be at Swanee, Georgia.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Jekyll Island and Swanee. All right.
Yep.
Well, we'll be sure to promote those. And if you think about it, hop back on with us and holler at us when you're down there.
All right. Yeah, y'all come see us. And if you order anything off the website today, it goes out today, and it could be there in time for Christmas. So www.thecodynorrisshow.com, Kody with the K.
And remember, friends, that's Kody with a K. Anything else would be Sody, and I wouldn't want you to be confused.
I love it. All right, you two. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. The Kody Norris Show, and of course, the lovely Miss Mary Rachel. All of our best Christmas wishes going out to the two of you and all your band. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
Country, that's what I grew up listening to.
Georgia Radio. We love you more than peanuts and peaches. So glad you're here.